Motherhood was nothing like what I thought it was going to be. It was such a shock to find that I was a mother who was completely undone, frazzled, and overwhelmed. I remember one day in particular when my children were 2 years old and 6 months old, and I spent the whole day on the living room floor, feeling like I couldn't move. The heaviness of my despair physically weighed me down. I wanted someone, anyone, to come and rescue me from this life. I write this letter from my present-day self to myself 5 years ago on that day. Dear Mom, on your darkest day, I see you on the living room floor, and I know that what you are experiencing right now is crushing and heavy and guilt-ridden. I also know that you will survive it. Becoming a mother broke you, stripped you bare, and pulled into question everything you believed to be true about yourself. It made you think you were a really bad person who had somehow managed to fool everyone in your life into thinking you were a good person. It made you think that deep down, you must be an angry, resentful, wallowing pile of self-pity, and it took 2 tiny humans to prove it and to expose you to yourself. You're in your living room today, totally bare, with all of your former self in pieces on the floor around you, with only the inner core of who you are left. You feel vulnerable, raw, ugly, and exposed. The thing is, though, is that before you were stripped down like this, you didn't really know what that inner core contained. When you passed through this transformative and painful time, you were stripped of your masks, your unrealistic ideals, and your perfectionism. You were left with only the true core of yourself. When the worst is over, you will get to pick up the pieces of yourself that you want to keep and leave the rest on the floor of that messy living room. Motherhood tore you down, but it also gave you the chance to build a better, stronger, and more contented you. Postpartum depression was your cocoon, tight and binding and suffocating, but you will emerge a butterfly. You are on the floor in your PJs with messy hair and giant bags under your eyes. The baby is on the floor beside you while the toddler is watching TV. Again. And eating fish crackers. Again. You just want to close your eyes for a few minutes. When you finally do, your mind is flooded with images of all the other moms out there with their kids. They are all learning and playing and laughing outside while you are in here, just wanting the day to be over. You torture yourself with comparison to these utopian moms. You can't see the bigger picture because you are in the middle of it. But I made it through that day to the other side, and so I can see what you can't. Let me tell you what I see. I see a mom who is too exhausted and depressed to play, but who uses physical closeness to let her kids know she is there. All you can muster is meeting the most basic of needs and giving physical affection. But you know what? At the core, that's all your kids really need from you right now. Like you, they will survive this time, and they will be okay. If you zoom out just a little bit more, you would see the whole townhouse complex in which you live, and I assure you that there are other moms at home, on their dirty living room floors, feeling as lonely and as failure-y as you are. You don't see them when you go out, and so you think you're the only one. You are not the only one. Zoom way, way out, and you will see the context of where you live in time and culture, in a society that puts you in an unfair place of high expectations and little support. Society says motherhood is beautiful and natural and effortless. You find it beautiful and relentless and all-consuming. All of your circumstances combined to result in where you are. It is not a deficit in you. Do you know what the key to your redemption will be? A mommy group of faith where women who are awesome and amazing will share that they struggle and fail at motherhood all the time. You'll be surprised to see lovely, peaceful women who speak of rage and yelling. These women will surround you with love and grace until it sinks in and you begin to feel it for yourself. You will wonder how they can't see for themselves, how great they are. You will extend grace towards them and wonder why they can't be more kind to themselves. And then it will click. Why can't you be more kind to yourself? I will leave you with this, dear struggling mama. Even in your darkest days, your children felt your love for them. On your darkest day, your spirit feels dull and distant, and you're worried that this is the new you. It's not. It's temporary. Like your spirit is in the shop for a tune-up. You will get it back, and it will be even better. Hang tough, precious mama. Much love, Karen.